What if I told you that the version of yourself that you want to be, the version of yourself that you see yourself as, is just 3 steps away? Look, if you're struggling with self-discipline and motivation, I know exactly what it feels like when the current version of yourself doesn't feel like the real you. You feel like almost as if you are watching yourself do destructive things and not fulfill your potential. It's a very frustrating feeling to know that you're not being all that you can be. And trust me, I understand the disappointment that comes with feeling like you're not fulfilling your potential and the disgust that kind of creeps in when you start to slip back into those bad habits and doing things that you know you're not supposed to be doing. Sometimes it's hard not to wonder if this is all you're ever going to be. And in the background is a little bit of worry and shame because you wonder if the people around you know who you really are. But the thing is, change isn't easy. It all comes down to 3 questions that you got to ask yourself. And those 3 questions are the ones that hold the key to your eventual transformation. The first question is, can you do it? Can you change? Can you lose the bad habits and build the good ones? Only you can answer that for yourself. But I know it can be done because I've done it and millions of other people have done it as well. So once you understand that, once you realize that it's possible, that's when you start your training. For me, it was when I was addicted to weed. I decided to train by starting to cut back slowly on my weed consumption. So instead of smoking daily, I would smoke only on weekends. And then it was only once in a weekend. And by slowly scaling back, I trained myself to become a non-smoker. And in the last 600 plus days, I've only missed 4 workouts. Every single one of those missed workouts came because I was traveling. But I trained myself to develop that good habit of working out every day by only starting off with 20 minutes a day. I started off with 20 minutes, stayed consistent. And then once I hit like 60, 90 days of working out consistently for 20 minutes, then I moved it up to about an hour. And now daily I work out for 2 hours. You can train yourself once you realize that you can do it and you have that faith that you can, and you could train yourself to take the steps to start doing it by taking little micro steps. The second question you want to ask yourself is, will it work? So you've probably failed before. And the fact that you failed before means that you doubt whether or not you could actually accomplish what it is that you want to do. But you have to decide it will work. That is completely up to you. Nobody else can make that decision for you. You have to decide in your mind that it will work. And one of the signs that it will work is because you have a drive to do it. You have a desire to do it. So you have to reprogram your mind and get information about people that have done and overcome the challenges that you are currently having and the things that you want to accomplish. Once you start to reprogram your mind with the fact that other people have done it, then it starts to become a lot more possible. Our brains are these sophisticated machines, but the good thing is that when they get damaged, it could be fixed with inspiration, learning and seeing what other people have done, especially when it's something that you're familiar with. It becomes a lot easier to accept it as a possible reality. And the third question is it worth it? The way to know if gaining a good habit or cutting off a bad habit is worth it is by understanding the consequences. One thing that a lot of people struggle with is staying fit. You have to ask yourself, what are the consequences of not being fit? For example, if you're not fit, you can get sick. Your spouse might find you unattractive, and you might be uncomfortable in your own skin for as long as you remain in that condition. Now, what are the consequences of being healthy? Well, you're more confident, you could possibly live longer, and you could possibly become more attractive to other people or your partner. There's a lot of positive consequences from taking care of your health, and a lot of negative consequences for not taking care of your health. So once you understand these consequences and you focus on it, then it's going to allow you to realize that it's definitely something that you want to do based on the consequences, and it is absolutely worth it. ask yourself these 3 key questions. Can you do it? Absolutely. Small steps could lead to big changes. Will it work? Yes, if you reprogram your mindset and believe in the process. And lastly, is it worth it? Without a doubt. The fact that you're even thinking about it shows that it is a desire, especially if it's getting rid of a bad habit. It absolutely is worth it. And taking care of yourself mentally not only improves your life, but the lives of others. Do what it is that you feel like you need to do. So now that you have the question, it's time to take the first step. Make one small change today and you'll see how it builds into lasting transformation. I'd suggest that you write these 3 questions down and then go over them and answer them for yourself. That's going to make you have a lot more clarity, and I'm a huge advocate of thinking on paper. You've got this. You can do it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.